Now we're fully protected. Setup is going to be quick and easy, but it is important that you follow these steps in the proper order. Position the CPDS on a level surface and lock the front casters to prevent accidental movement. Be sure that the CPDS control panel pressure supply is in the off position and that the electrical cord is unplugged. Remove the locking pins and open the front retention gate by placing one foot on the bottom frame and lifting the retention gate with both hands. Place the A cylinder in the left position and the B cylinder in the right position with the labels positioned upright and facing out the front of the unit. Reinstall the retention gate and replace the locking pins. Pressure hoses are pre-attached to the CPDS unit. You will now attach their free ends to the valves on the top of the chemical cylinders. Tighten all connections with a wrench, making sure not to over-tighten. Double check that the retention gate is secured and the toolbox is latched. Carefully tilt the CPDS on its back to access the bottom of the chemical cylinders. Remove the chemical hose set from its package and turn the cylinder to hose valves to the off position. Connect the A hose to the cylinder valve at the bottom of the red A cylinder. Connect the other B hose to the bottom valve of the gray B cylinder. After you've tightened the connections with a wrench, feed the chemical hoses through the hose strain relief device. If properly installed, pulling the chemical hoses will not move the chemical cylinder. Now that we have the hoses all hooked up and the connections secure, it's time to open the valves. First, engage the safety latch on the foam applicator, keeping the hose to applicator valves closed perpendicular. Since we still have the unit on its back, we're going to open the yellow bottom cylinder valves of both chemical cylinders, turning counterclockwise. Next, open the cylinder to hose valves until the handles are parallel to the chemical hoses. Carefully lift the CPDS into an upright position. Moving to the top of the cylinder, open the valves at the top of the A and B cylinders. Inspect all connections for leaks and tighten as needed. Loop the chemical hose set around the hose storage hooks, release the CPDS front wheel locks, and move the CPDS to a convenient location that will not obstruct your job. Move to spray location, unwind your chemical hoses, and prepare for spraying. We can now power up the compressor to a dedicated single-phase 120-volt electrical supply. Use a minimum 12-gauge grounded 3-prong extension cord up to 50 feet long. Longer extension cords will require heavier gauge cord. Turn the compressor switch to on and allow the compressor to cycle until it stops running, usually less than 1 minute. This indicates that the proper starting pressure has been reached. The air compressor is preset and pre-tested at the factory, so no adjustments should be necessary. On the CPDS control panel, turn the pressure supply switch to the on position and adjust the pressure control knob to obtain the desired operating pressure of 150 to 200 psi. Now we can open the hose to applicator valves. Verify that all connections are tight and that no chemical leaks are present. Tighten any leaking connections and clean the connection with Touch and Seal Polyclean to prevent undesired chemical buildup. Before continuing with setup procedures, make sure you're wearing protective clothing, such as a Tyvek suit, a NIOSH-approved air purifying respirator, chemical-resistant gloves, safety glasses, or goggles. Be sure to cover all exposed skin, including the head. Ensure the work area is adequately ventilated. Proper operating temperature is critical to product performance, so be sure that the chemical temperature in cylinders and hoses is between 70 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Purge air from the chemical hoses by moving the foam applicator safety to the off position. Remove the nozzle if any, and while aiming the foam applicator into a waste receptacle, spray until 2 roughly equal chemical streams exit the foam applicator barrel. This may take 5 to 15 seconds depending upon the length of the chemical hose set. Engage the foam applicator safety and clean any chemical from the front of the foam applicator barrel by wiping with a clean rag. Place an unused conical or fan nozzle on the barrel of the foam applicator. The Touch and Seal constant pressure dispensing system is now ready for operation. If at any time during dispensing foam quality is suspect, first replace the used nozzle with a clean, unused nozzle. If nozzle replacement does not solve the problem, refer to checking the spray foam applicator in the troubleshooting section. If spraying has stopped for more than 30 seconds, foam in the nozzle will begin to cure and clog, compromising the system performance. replace the used nozzle. Keep in mind that higher temperatures speed curing, while lower temperatures slow curing.